Oh,
Right.
that one there. Okay, thank you. Okay, so it is still going to that low area, but instead of from here, it going directly that way to the wetland, we are redirecting it through area C. So it's still going to that same spot, it's just being redirected. So the same amount of water. So you'll see in the calculations that area C has an increase of flow to it, but at the end, those numbers will.
Yeah, so that you're not generating any more water.
Yeah.
What it is it's a redirection, a tiny redirection because of the driveway, to facilitate the driveway construction. So typically, what you wanna do is, when you're designing this, the pre-development flows has to equal the post-development flows. So we're doing that, right? And so what's happening is we're just redirecting it slightly because of, we have to.
So why did water stewardship or why did they give you that exemption on that?
The reduction.
Yeah.
They aren't wishing to alter any of the drainage that's going to that wetland, and any development there shouldn't change or affect that wetland.
I mean, fundamentally, it encroaches very much on where the driveway would be and precludes it from happening. So at the end of the day, you can't use the lot. So they're trying to be reasonable, which, you know, we think they should be. And we charmed them as much as we could in terms of being reasonable. And at the end of the day, they're considering our ask.
Sure.
Will that leave enough room for building structures with setbacks and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so even just in this area here, there's plenty of space to put a house there.
It's like 10 acres, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're building an apartment or something.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, I think
sky
this
rise.
explanation clarifies it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we think it's a very reasonable change in order to facilitate that development, that subdivision that the client wants.
Bev?
So area A, is that area there have to be excluded when it comes to building?
This here?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so then it has to
Absolutely.
be very specific where the development can happen on that lot.
Once they
If-
approach
if
that.
approach, yes, but
Yeah.
it just,
Our purpose for this, what we were approached for was just the subdivision. There was no development plans as far as, but when you're subdividing, you're going to need access to those lots, right? So
absolutely,
that
and,
was,
you know, if there's restrictions on development, then it has to be very clearly stated.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That
it
there can be
is.
no development on that area A,
Yeah.
because that cuts
Well,
down the lot.
Area A is actually a pond, so you're not gonna.
It's a low-lying area, and this,
And this is the buffer zone around it. So at the end of the day, you can build here, you can build here, and the driveway is here.
and
right?
same with this area, you likely would not build in that area anyways, given the natural topography that's there. You would have to level all that out, it's a high area going this way, right? So,
That's what I'm wondering about, even you're draining from area C, like those are hills there. You get down into where your driveway's gonna be, right? That's a pretty high spot, and then you get down to there's hills all the way up. So I'm not sure how you're gonna get the water out into that ditch if you're draining it south.
Well, this is natural, this is
No, I realize.
survey. Like,
I realize,
and
but
you're
I just-
right, you're asking questions specific to where you're gonna put your house, and those are relevant, pertinent questions, they're important. We didn't talk about that here.
I'm wondering how you're getting the water out there. That's what I'm asking. I'm not asking about a house. Even though it's natural, it's hills, you said you were gonna take the water to the south.
Well, this is
Yeah.
what's happening naturally.
that's how it's
But
draining
the water doesn't
naturally
get to the
right
road
now.
now, because it's hills up there. I live the next half
Yeah,
up.
okay.
So I'm very concerned about this, honestly, and you guys won't have anything to do with it, there's an old scrapyard just off to the west of it. Like, is that being approved by the government for it's safe to build beside? I know there's a house there now, There's an old scrapyard, just,
Yeah, this direction, right?
nope, straight to the west. And that 10 acres goes quite close to where that is.
Right.
So I mean, when we first got this, all we got told was drain in that pond. What we were told when we first got this was that pond, it seemed to us that pond was gonna go away. Like,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
after your explanation today, like,
Yeah.
we didn't get the right information the first time.
Right. Yeah,
So now
and
this
I
makes,
understand that,
this all makes sense.
Mhm.
I know that that's this way, and it was an old scrapyard for years, and you wanna put a house over in there somewhere. Like, that water all aquifer drains that way. That's the way the aquifer drains. So I've got concerns.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get the specificity of your concern.
Can
What-
we maybe, we've got a use hearing here, we've gotta have it 9:15.
Okay,
Can you hang around and we discuss this more afterwards here?
Those concerns were all they're relevant, but I don't know if they pertain exactly to the subdivision for this mapping. with
Well,
these
Once
things.
development occurs,
Oh, no, this
No.
should be done before development ever happens. Like it should be. It's
Yeah.
it's a legitimate concern.
Yeah.
To put somebody on this west end where you can build, and you got 200 meters or 300 meters down to the west, you got an old scrapyard. So is that scrapyard ever being, what I'm asking, is that scrapyard ever being approved as safe? You don't know
That
that.
I can't
know.
That's
say,
not-
yeah.
No, I understand, but that's just another question.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Would that not be up to
Yeah.
us?
But that west end, that area A, that would not be developed
Right,
on,
but around it possibly.
possibly on the front end, yeah.
Okay,
the
we got it, yep.
area.
Yeah, I think you've explained it pretty well what your objective is, today. So, well, thank you for that then, okay?
Absolutely, thank you for your time.
Great, thank you very much. Resolution 137, 2025, be it resolved, the council adjourn the regular meeting at 9:19 to deal with planning matters. Can I have a mover, please?
Davidson.
Davidson, second. Harold, all in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. CU 09 JFAB. Joel?
Yeah, so we have a conditional use application to establish a trailer manufacturing shop within the general development zone in Wellwood. And according to the bylaw, it is a conditional use, already listed as a conditional use, so that's why the application has been put forward to establish this.
This is for you, Luke? Yep. What else you got there? Anything?
That's about all I have, just, yeah, that's all we're asking to have done at this point.
Okay. You got any comments, questions, Luke?
No, I just figured, I moved up to Wellwood, just because it's a small town and everything, and wanted to bring some business back to the community. We're just trying to keep it as, good as I can. I want to eventually develop, I know there's a scrapyard there, I want to eventually, if I can, purchase that and move there, so I have a more developed area. But I'm just trying to keep it a small business, it's just my family business. Not much to say about it. I'm pretty small, I try to be local, I sell to all the businesses in the area and keep it Manitoba. So, I don't know, I don't have anything else to say other than that.
What kind of trailers?
Basically, I'm licensed to do any type of trailer, but primarily I do enclosed, and this summer we're looking at doing flat decks. And they're all usually aluminum or sometimes steel, and I use local shops, so all the painting goes through the Fairway Colony. And everything's anything that's not good for the environment, I outsource, so I don't have to do it myself.
Good business plan.
Anybody else got any comments, concerns?
I had just from because it's already within town, right? I just the only concerns that were brought forward to me is just maybe the aesthetic of the structure itself, the lot, because I know the scrap in town.
Mhm.
Because of the frontage view to like the ratepayers, we had requested that like the fence be upkept, right, to keep everything kind of contained and, you know, tidy for the neighbors. So I didn't know what thoughts would be on that, if potentially
Yeah,
you'd be inclined to maybe have like an enclosed kind of lot just for
yeah, I'm
aesthetic
actually
for the neighborhood.
planning on doing that. I just don't have the funds right now to
Okay,
build
yeah, I
it.
know, it's not a cheap to do,
But yeah,
right?
the idea is I have, at certain times I have like 10 or so trailers in frames all sitting around.
Right,
I was like, I don't want that all to be like, it's pretty easy, I don't block them up, right, so I'm gonna walk away with like
Yeah,
a
for
brand new trailer.
security too, right, yeah.
So yeah, that's the plan, I wanna do there's some old maple trees that are kinda dying on the front of the property, I wanna take them down because they're kind of hazardous.
Okay.
And then after that, along the front property and the sides and all that, I wanna have it all like enclosed basically.
Right,
I was thinking just say like a wooden fence, kind of like
okay, right,
something that like you can't really see through. I don't know what, I think the height you can go is a 6 foot or something like that. Go as max I can go, just to like keep it clean. I just don't have the funds for that right now.
right, okay, no, I appreciate that.
Good, thank you. Any other comments, anybody?
So as of right now, it is within the realm of like the approved.
Yeah, it
right?
meets
Yeah,
all the,
it meets all criteria, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, that's the only questions I had.
Yeah.
It was,
yeah, no, according to the zoning bylaw, it meets everything.
okay, this has to be conditionally approved.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, Luke. Okay, CU 06, John Wright. What do we got on that one? Joel?
This one is to establish a rural non-farm dwelling site, and it's part of a subdivision application. So they
You're
are.
good if you wanna go, Luke, that's up to
Yeah,
you.
thank you, sir. See
Thank
you.
you very much, have a good day.
You too.
So this one, they are looking at, it's an existing treed area within a quarter section. So they're just looking to cut 10.79 acres out to create, I'm not sure if that's clear enough, if you guys want, I do have maps here in the file if somebody wants to look at it more closely. But it's in the bottom corner there, we're just cutting out that corner to put a yard site in there. There's some old buildings in there currently, which will be torn down prior to the building of house and,
Square,
what's that?
nice and square.
Yes.
That's not the potato clear then, I take it.
I believe right now, if I'm correct, it's hayland.
Okay, then.
The corner is hay, the rest he has corn and
Okay.
rotate through there.
But it's not a potato field for sure.
No, Fiscal's used to grow
There's
with
tree
guns
lines.
there, but
Yeah, yeah,
that's right south of Doug Hawkins.
Oh, okay.
It's an old map here.
Any other comments on that? Okay. Moving right along here.
Yeah, but if it didn't get subdivided, it'd probably get bulldozed someday.
Well, one or the other, yeah. Okay, BO 06, John Wright again.
so this variation, is to increase the maximum parcel size for a rural non-farm dwelling site. Typically, it's 10 acres, and they want 10.79.
It's the same,
Yeah.
same picture.
Yeah,
It's the same
picture.
thing, eh?
Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah, it's-
Just the tree line and everything
Yeah.
making it that big.
yes, that's the only reason they went with the slightly bigger size.
Yep.
And it's very minimal increase.
Okay, now we gotta wait 4 minutes.
I have not heard anything about Brookdale
That rain
Holdings.
gets set up?
No, not at all.
Morning.
That's what happens when you're late.
Oh, I just mocking. I don't know if that's-
Friends or what?
Maybe this.
Pass.
And then if you do the business involvement too, like, right, all the cut controls, is
Oh, yeah.
also sound or aesthetics.
There was one complaint,
Yeah,
nothing, and that
Yeah.
was a neighbor, but no other
Yeah.
complaints. I didn't hear anyways. Did you? Yeah.
No, we had no calls to the office in regards to the JFAB. situation.
None. That runs pretty good operation there, I was by there once.
They all,
Yeah.
yeah, they all.
I'm just gonna pass, this is for the Snedden one.
Okay.
It was kinda hard to send over or attach, but if you guys wanna look, it shows where the existing yard site is and where they want to put the secondary suite, the cabin.
Yeah, they use it for a campground. There's already water, sewer, hydro there. So his daughter, I guess they own the lumber store in Selkirk. And they just want to buy a prefab cabin. I think it's 820 square feet. And
What's that?
They've been using it lately anyway as a campground sort of deal anyway.
yeah, they just want to,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what they want to do. So, and they want to, they're not going to make it permanent, just set it on blocks. So we'd like to do one this year and possibly another one next year. But he said they will be totally removable if need be.
So walking trails a half mile down the road.
Yeah, that's right.
I bet tourism idea.
Alright. It's very, they're very nice looking.
Yeah,
You see that?
pass that around.
It's a very cute little
Right.
cabin.
Well, where are you gonna get all that rock from down there?
Magnified. And they're prefab, you said?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, they come as a package
Okay,
as far as what Perry had told me, so.
you put them together, assemble them there then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he'll have to get a building permit and everything and then they put them up there. Like they have to finish them and everything inside. I think it's just a framing, it's all prefab.
Okay.
Kind of like what Riverbend does.
Just gonna put them on a foundation like that, or
He's just gonna put them on like
gravel pad?
gravel pad and then concrete, like cinder blocks or sidewalk blocks or something. He doesn't want
Robbie,
them sitting
what
right
do
on the
you-
ground.
No, that was the boss.
Okay, CU 07 Snedden, now that we're looking at it. Any more comments, anybody?
That's all I got.
Kind of a neat idea if they want to. Any other comments on that then, on the Snedden part? So is their idea, like, just maybe a couple, or are they looking at?
No, he said max 2, 1 this year for sure, and then possibly 1 next year for I think the other daughter. I think he has 2. So
Not developing about 20 or 30 of them in there.
no. He said max 2. And he said the second one isn't even for sure. That'll be a next year decision. But 1 this year for sure. And like I said, they'll be totally removable if need be. He doesn't want to make them permanent.
Any other comments, concerns on that then? You went in increments of 5, you should have went in 2. That's all right.
You just never know when
You
someone's
don't
gonna
know,
show up,
sometimes
right?
it might take longer, yes.
Oh yeah, 1 more. Actually.
Just-
Yeah.
How's that going, Joel?
Good.
How's things going, Bev?
Still above water.
Good.
It hasn't slowed down any, that's for sure.
No,
Have
it
you,
has not.
have you got any of any people come in after your letter went out?
I haven't sent any letters
We haven't
out.
had a chance to send them out, any out yet.
Oh,
This stuff has been keeping us a little busy, and he's been doing lots of permits too.
Yeah, we're at
Permits have been going out pretty steady
50.
already.
Just for here?
No,
No,
for
it's
the
total,
entire
that's-
planning
That's
district.
building, development and demolition.
That's good.
Yeah, no shortage in the office, that's for sure.
When's our next meeting?
Thursday,
Thursday? What time?
10. Can you stop by the office before you leave town,
Today?
please?
If I remember.
Probably the same thing as what I did right here.
Yeah, probably. Should have brought the weather. That's okay, I'll let you with it.
Teresa, you still able to come on Thursday as well for the planning?
Should be able to.
Can you pull up pictures on the next one to look at while we're ready?
Do it.
I don't have any dollars.
Teresa, do you have the Thorn subdivision on your? No, I'll report to council for that one too. This one, okay.
Well, there is 8720, which is that one.
Yeah.
And it, yes.
87.
Yeah.
Okay.
8720 is on there.
Okay.
Okay, do your approval to move older trailer into RM Homestead subdivision.
Oh no, Homestead subdivision is separate.
What's up for what? Why did you put it in 36? Okay, approval to move older trailer into RM. What we got there?
So Dave Lowen's son wants to move a 1980, I believe, mobile home from McGregor onto the land. His son's name is on the land. He has pictures of the trailer and a site plan. There's a zoomed in and zoomed out of the site plan, but I will send those around. Any trailer older than 10 years needs to be brought forward.
So will it be brought up to today's standards?
Yes, he wants to do all new windows, start from the outside, siding, the roof you can see is new and insulated. I've already went and checked everything out, so he wants to make it. He pretty much wants to do this and then eventually build a house out there and then get rid of the trailer. But as for now, with the economy it is, who knows when that's going to be. So he just wants to make sure everything's up to code. And doesn't want to pay a ton in hydro either, so. But yeah, other than that, the trailer's in decent condition for 45 years old. It just needs to be brought up.
So he'll have to bring it up to standards and everything before he can live in it.
That is his plan.
Is there not some municipalities that used to make you bring them up to standard before you bring them into the municipality?
I can't see. I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, it
I think there are
state,
some.
it doesn't state that in the bylaw,
But I don't think we have that in the bylaw.
but he wants to bring it so he can fix it on site because it's closer to home.
Yeah, no, I can't blame him.
But there's already an approach for that piece of property. It's the old highway. So you can see when you go on assessment maps, that it kind of goes around as a line, but there is already an approach there, so there's gravel underneath it and everything.
Anybody got any comments, concerns regarding this idea?
How do you make sure that he follows guidelines? Like you keep checking on it?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I drive by it every day, so
Oh, do you, oh, right.
yeah, so it's on the old highway. It's right. It's just west
Yeah.
of Dave's yard,
Yeah,
right
exactly.
before the subdivision. So, yeah, I drive by it every day, so I will make sure. And I know him, so
Okay.
I will. I told him. I said, "There's no cutting corners here, bud."
Looks all right.
I know in history, they only had like that one that was brought into a subdivision area, and there was trouble with timeline. Like there was the general consensus that it was gonna happen, but it was really drawn out, and neighbors were like feisty, but at least on his own lot there too. It's not gonna be like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not part of,
It's not gonna be a view issue at the same
No,
time.
No,
right?
Dave
Yeah.
said he has put Josh on all the land, so.
Anybody else, any other comments? It's gonna be all brought up to standards and codes and everything?
Yep.
Do you
Okay,
need a resolution for that?
Yes.
I do not have one.
Okay.
that's fine, yeah, if you can do one up for us.
okay.
Let's state
Put
that
that on
here.
your
Just
to-do
so that we
list.
can put it in with the building, with the move and building permit.
So what does it need to state?
That the,
You guys have just.
RM gives approval to move on whatever year.
Remove the trail, the
Older-
description of the trailer
Yeah.
in and be
Into-
I
brought
don't have
up
any of
to,
that information though.
I don't know if it says anything there. Not
It's a
really.
1984 Dutch. Mobile home.
12 by 42, I think.
Approval to move a 1984 Dutch mobile home onto,
Do you have the land description? Ready to go? Let me send you the land description.
if you want to pass next agenda.
Okay, no, we'll do that. Sorry.
Like that's a small trailer then at 42 feet. It's not a normal size 72 foot. mobile.
No, it is. Yeah, it's
and
only
only
Okay.
12
42
feet wide.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it doesn't have to do a whole lot of work to it. It's only half the size.
Exactly.
Yeah. Biggest thing would be the wiring in it. Is it still approved for today, Joel, or would wiring be?
As far as I know, it has a propane furnace, or sorry, a gas furnace that he's just going to switch over to propane and get a pig tank.
Probably pick it out on the map over there just as easy, couldn't you?
Yeah, because mine is not
Do you know
showing
where
it.
that is or no?
Possibly.
11132, maybe.
I can't see anything here.
No, it'd be 111. Should be 13.
13. That's it.
111, 13.
Line reading the line.
Thank you.
You got enough information there then, Teresa?
32.
Well, I knew there was a 3, so I wasn't sure where it went.
We went from
We'll put it added to agenda.
You got enough information there then, Teresa? Okay. All right, any other questions, comments regarding that trailer removal or proposal? Okay, homestead subdivision discussion. What we got here?
So, they were wanting,
So letter says, asking if there's bylaw backup to why there's not the regular shape,
he just
That
wants to
one with
know
the
if,
Kirby? Oh.
Yeah.
he just wanted to know if if they changed it to, straighter lines, if you would be okay with that. So what was approved, okay, so this is
Yeah,
what they
That's what
originally
it was.
sent, and then that is what they're proposing.
Is that community planning that's proposing this, or is this the landowner?
The landowner, I think.
I would say the
Geo
one,
Vera.
that's Geo Vera, so
Or
that'll be,
surveyor.
yeah.
Yeah, the surveyor is asking if they changed it to this, if council would be satisfied with that instead of the circular.
That makes more sense,
Better.
because my comment before about the bottom corner there, it's just gonna grow weeds if you do it that way. This way it's.
It's easier to farm it.
Yeah.
Still gets away from what we were talking about, planning about keeping these things all, making them generic.
Yeah.
Square or, rectangular or whatever, but that's still better.
Still makes more sense this way.
That's better,
Yeah.
that is, yeah.
If for some reason you didn't go with this, it could go to the municipal board, and there's nothing in the bylaw that states that it has to be square, that it can't be circular. So if it happened to go to a municipal hearing, they would more than likely find in favor of the applicant as opposed to the municipality, because there's nothing stating in the bylaw that they can't have these irregular shaped lots.
Yeah, they showed a bow tie lot to me. It had been approved prior, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
I'm okay with
Not
this
unusual.
idea, I don't know what everybody else or.
If they're agreeable to this, I think it makes more sense.
I didn't mind the curved one.
What's that?
I didn't mind the curved one.
You think about it, how many curved lots do we have because of natural waterways and
Yeah.
that, so.
Or in towns, like on a bay or a crescent.
Any other comments, discussion on this then, so we'd be acceptable to this idea then?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then, thank you. That's it for those.
so, yeah.
Resolution 138, 2025, be it resolved that the public hearing regarding conditional use and variance orders be adjourned and that the regular meeting of council resume. Can I have a mover, please?
Rob?
Robbie, seconder.
Interesting.
Dallas, all in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. Resolution 139, 2025, be it resolved that council approve the conditional use order CU 0925 NCL for Luke Jordan, acting as applicant on behalf of G-Fab Trailer Limited, owner of the property legally described as 18 Kerfoot Street, Wellwood, in the municipality of North Cypress-Langford, to establish a trailer fabricating shop within the GD General Development Zone. Can I have a mover, please?
Davidson.
Sharon, seconder Robbie.
Sure.
Any questions on that?
I think it's good.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you.
It's gonna be a hard business to get in because there's so many trailer manufacturers.
He's fully into it now, got contracts.
Resolution 140, 2025, be it resolved that council approve the conditional use order CU 0625 NCL for John Wright, acting as applicant on behalf of Wright Spud Farms Inc., owners of the property legally described as Southeast 171315 WPM in the municipality of North Cypress-Langford and located at Road 88 West, just north of Road 77 North, to establish a rural non-farm dwelling site within the AR Agricultural Rural Zone. Can I have a mover, please? Grant, seconder.
Davidson.
Sharon, any questions regarding that one? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Resolution 141, 2025, be it resolved that council approve the variation order number VO 625 NCL from John Wright, acting on behalf of acting as applicant on behalf of Wright Spud Farms Inc., owners of the property legally described as Southeast 171315 WPM in the municipality of North Cypress-Langford and located at Road 88 West, just north of Road 77 North, to increase the maximum parcel size for a rural non-farm dwelling site with the AR agricultural rural zone as part of subdivision application CPS number 4155248706 from maximum parcel size of 10 acres for RNFD site in the AR agricultural rural zone to maximum parcel size of 10.79 acres for a RNFD site in the AR agricultural rural zone. Can I have a mover, please?
Yeah, along the 74 north, right? 77.
He said 77, but both of them are
74.
listed as 74.
Yeah, I'll move that.
Okay, Dallas. Seconder? Robbie? Any questions, concerns? All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. Resolution 142, 2025, be it resolved that council approve the conditional use order CU 0725 NCL for Perry and Maureen Snedden, owners of the property legally described as Southwest 151414 WPM in the municipality of North Cypress-Langford and located at 80025 Road 81 West to build a secondary suite on an existing yard site within the AR agricultural rural zone. Can I have a mover, please?
Davidson.
Jern, seconder. Dallas, any questions regarding that motion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. Resolution 143, 2025, whereas council has received a drainage plan on behalf of Victor and Maria Hoffman, legal owners of Southeast Quarter 41115 WPM. Be it resolved that council approve proposed drainage plan as part of the subdivision file number 4155228441. Can I have a mover, please? Harold, seconder.
Davidson.
Adjourned. Questions regarding the drainage plan? Comment, Robbie?
Do we, knowing, like right now, knowing that that old scrapyard is there with issues, I know that it doesn't pertain to this to a point, but it does pertain to this to a point. Why approve this if there's issues with the scrap site and environmental cleanup and whatever has to happen there? If it is being approved, maybe it has to. But for that little road, I don't know. I believe it's a terrible idea. That's just me.
For right now, all we're discussing is about this, yeah. I see where your concerns are, Robbie, yes.
But if we approve this and nothing else is done, right, like right now, they can't do this, right? Until, like, if we prove it that they can start that, and they technically could, right?
Could we approve this with conditions that these other things need to be looked into and approved first?
If that's how it works, I'm not sure.
I would think if you're gonna put more stipulations onto this, obviously it's part of the subdivision, if you're putting more stipulations onto it, that you would put that as a condition that you'll approve the drainage, provided they get, I guess, perhaps an environmental assessment of the residual land.
And the buffer zone, right?
Is that
And-
scrapyard on this property?
Yeah, it's just if
On
you,
this property? That's
not
what
on,
you
not
said.
on, but it's
Not in the two new lots,
not in the 20 acres.
but it's on the,
Same
just,
landowner?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now they own just, I think it's I think it's just shy of 70 acres.
Okay,
And they're wanting to cut to 10 acres, so cut 20 out into two lots. So on the residual land, which would be approximately 50 acres, that's where the old scrapyard is sitting.
That makes more sense. I thought it was a separate neighbor to this.
No,
Okay,
so-
okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
It's
Do
all
it
on
all
the
in
same
one, actually
owner's
owns all
land.
the land, okay.
well, that makes a bit of a difference.
Yeah, for sure. I
So
would-
was this scrapyard ever licensed?
It was,
Or-
I don't know, it was back when Penners, I don't know if you knew Penners,
Okay.
that's who had the
Did-
scrapyard.
Do they have to have a permit now?
Well, they're not using it as a
No, I know, but
scrapyard.
does a scrapyard need a permit now to operate?
I do believe so, yes.
They do, okay. So this is an old one, it's not operational.
Not
but it's
operational.
But it needs to be decommissioned.
It's, like, I think there's still a little bit of junk in there, I think. But, yeah, like there was cars, I was back in there a few different times, and there's cars and there's batteries laying around and everything else back in the day. So that's all, and that goes right down, right?
Do we have any bylaws that stipulates that there needs to be environmental assessments or anything cleaned up or done before a subdivision can take place? I don't think so.
I would have to do some digging.
Like, I don't think we have any teeth to say what you have to do here.
Seems to be you
Like we
can
can approve
ask
it
the
or not.
environment to look at it.
Well, I would just assume that would be our business to get them to look at it. If we were bringing in people to build a subdivision, it's our responsibility to make sure it's safe, is it not?
You would think so.
No, it's up to the landowner to who's developing it, right?
Yes. And he hasn't, like, I mean, I
But
don't,
if we don't have a law that says.
no, well, we can ask, right?
Does planning not, I understood that when it came to something like this, planning would approach both the environment and the agriculture.
I don't know if community planning does, but if
They need to be
it's one of those
circulated, you would
things,
think.
if Penner's never held a permit,
It wouldn't be on file.
it wouldn't be on file,
Yeah.
so it would never be brought to environment's attention. So when they look, if environment gets this subdivision application, if they have no reason to say,
No, it's there.
no, it's there, they're not gonna bring it up.
I wonder if he ever got an RM permit.
That I couldn't say.
I mean, we'd have to
Back
go
in the
back
That
day,
and look.
I'd have to do some digging, but it's hard to say. He was there, I'm not sure when he even started that. You might have a better
Well,
idea.
it
Is
was,
Bella still alive? I
no,
guess?
he's not. But it has to be 20 years,
More than that, because he was in business before we moved it. in
Right,
there. So
yeah.
it'd be more than 20 years. It'd be more than 25 years.
Yeah. I don't know, even if we just
And
tabled
just
it,
a food for thought, I know he has the 50 acres out for sale. As well.
Do we need
No,
to
it's not
table
subdivided
something
yet.
like this and have some more discussion and get some more clarification on it, or?
like even some of the things that she said about drainage there, like where that drainage goes, like even though it's sand, what she's saying about draining it to the south.
You're saying it drains uphill?
Well,
Yeah,
you
to
can
the
see,
south is clearly uphill. There's,
yeah,
Yeah.
and you can see the gradients on the,
Yeah.
Okay, check and see if
Yeah,
it
so
goes,
if it's sand, like maybe it absorbs
it would,
Right.
like,
in and
but I
down.
mean, she tried to tell us that it drains to the south. There's
Yeah,
no way it drains to the south.
and absorb.
It would be absorbed like any other
Yeah.
piece of land. But don't sit here and tell us that.
Teresa's just gonna check and see
What
what
class
it
of
is.
soil is
Oh, it'll be 6 or 7.
it? Surprised the province will even issue a permit then.
Right?
I mean, like-
Didn't the engineer that had the chat last month saying they're not gonna give permits for citrus
That's
soil
what our
to us
next thing
anyways.
was.
Well,
Yeah,
and-
they're saying they've got to.
Yeah, right?
But I mean,
and when
even
it comes down to even once if the subdivision goes through and they do develop those lots, they're gonna have to have soil analysis done in order to put septic fields in.
Yeah,
Potentially.
that's what I always thought,
Unless-
to have some.
Cause I know like when we did our subdivision, we had to have soil analysis done and we met
Yeah.
standard for an ejector on property we had, but we had to have the soil analysis done or we couldn't move forward.
even the fact that the water steward, well, whoever that lady was that gave them a little bit of leeway there, like, that's not really up to her to do that before we approve it, is it?
They're the ones that issue
She
licenses.
she does, yeah.
She does?
Yeah, she's provincial.
Yeah.
And I know
All we
provincial
do is
trucks have been
approve
on the
whether or
road
not-
twice this past week, right there.
That lane can have access to the road really and the.
That's all we're
affected
approving right
by
here,
infrastructure.
But
On the
there-
face of it, this drainage plan is fine, but all these other issues
Yeah.
are
Need to come
concerns that are
forward.
relevant, and maybe we should be looking at them too, but like, I don't know.
I hate to do, like, just myself, all I'm saying is I hate to prove it now before some of this other stuff is done, because then, like, how do we not do it? You know, how do we pull it back or whatever if there's issues?
Is there anything wrong with saying that we can approve this with the condition that we request environmental survey on the remaining land, and then just see what.
Yeah, 'cause
we can request it.
right
we
in
can
your-
demand it, but we can request
Way
it.
back when this first came to the council table, which will be a number of years ago, since 22 subdivision, almost every resolution states and any other conditions as necessary. So you guys can add conditions at any point in time
Like,
to this.
like even the fact of this subdivision, don't they have to go around to the neighbors?
Only,
They haven't even got that far.
they haven't got that far.
This is
Only
just applying for a drainage plan
a
to
sub-
get that road through there. That's all we're after.
And
here
this
right now.
subdivision, with them going with 10-acre lots, there's no conditional use required because it's already zoned for RR10. So for that reason, it wouldn't have to go to any surrounding neighbors because it's already zoned properly, so they're meeting the zoning requirements. And they wouldn't have to apply for any variations because they're going with the 10-acre lots, which is your standard size. So technically, it wouldn't have to go to surrounding landowners. Because they're, based on zoning, they're meeting all the standard
So
requirements.
this would be our time to put the
This
environmental
is-
request in then.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be a council,
For anything to go forward, it has to be approved here.
yes. And it will not go to surrounding landowners, I know that for a fact.
But the next step will have to come to us too, right?
This is well,
This is just applying to get a
this is the
road check.
drainage, this is your drainage approval, so yes, you
But
guys probably
when
have.
they come to develop this in here does that come back at all or not, or can they just go
See,
ahead
with
and
this
build?
one, I'd have to look in the file to see if the report to council has been done on this one. This one's so old, they've had extensions done on it. Cause it was like, I wanna say days away from like expiration, so they had to pay for extensions on it.
Come on in, have a chair. You wanna sit over on the side or in the front? Okay.
So would it be fair to say we should table this one for some more?
I think we should maybe table this one for some more information,
Yeah.
okay?
And I know,
You're
so
right, Robbie, yeah.
Devin is as far as I know, Devin is supposed to be coming to our planning meeting on Thursday, so we can ask these questions of him then.
I mean, if it's, oh, sorry.
I tell you from experience, I remember us doing this and putting on it pending environmental review.
And they are reviewing it.
Yeah.
So like if
Let's
it's,
table this one till more information then, okay?
So I'll look back and I'll dig up the subdivision file itself
Yep.
and see if I can get some more information as well. Cause I was not part of the,
So we're all right with the drainage plan part, but we want,
Just a
before we
residual.
approve this.
you wanna know about the residual land.
Yes, what can be done with, I guess, Robbie's concerns about the environmental issues.
So yeah, I'll pull up the file and we'll ask some questions of Devin on Thursday.
I know back in the day, I even asked, I can't remember which counselor it was, but I did ask about that when he was selling his place. I did ask. I don't know what happened, obviously, but maybe it's done. you know?
Yeah, if they, it might be one of those things, they may have something already
Yeah,
saying
and
they
if,
have
I mean, if
clearance.
that's done and they've approved it, then that's fine, right?
Let's know it though.
Yeah,
Okay, let's table this one then, that's it.
On the file.
Thank you.
thanks, Bev.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
Joel?
Were you having a couple?
Yeah, okay, let's get back to
The money.
Stride Credit Union.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Now go around the table and introduce ourselves. Grant, you wanna start?
Curdy, counselor. John Davidson, counselor.
Bev Walker planning.
Joel Fenner planning.
Dallas Olmsted and Brief.
Ray Grayson, brief.
Teresa Parker, CEO.
Harold Tolton.
Rob Van Comer, I'm a counselor.
Hey, hello. I'm Erin Chisholm. I work at Journey Wealth. I actually grew up in Carberry, so I went to high school here and everything like that. My mom and dad just lived north of Carberry. And I'm part of Journey Wealth. We are owned by Stride Credit Union.
Joelle Early from Stride Credit Union. So I look after the ag commercial stuff, which the RM here would fit into. So if we do end up moving forward with any investments in the future, it would either be with Aaron or I, depending what you decided on. So we just wanted to come here today to be an open book for you guys to ask some questions on different types of investments. As it was brought up, there's some stuff coming due here in the fall, and you were maybe looking at some interest rate quotes and stuff. So we just want to be here to answer questions and be a book of knowledge and help you guys make a decision later on when you're ready to decide. So
Comments, anybody?
What's what percentage of portfolio would you apply to ETFs, innovation like QQQ or stuff like that, or is it mostly just term deposits?
So you can do either. I don't sell exactly ETFs, but I sell like a mutual fund wrapped ETF. So like a mutual fund with ETFs in it. So it depends how long your time frame is, what your purposes are, what type of risk level that you want to go into. Things like that would help me determine how we would build your portfolio.
and limitations on municipal money. Like, I'm not sure if you guys are restricted to what you can invest within, or if it's a wide open book, if there's any regulations on your investment.
Or limited to risk, like you should,
Tell you.
right?
Yeah, it would have to be,
Like guaranteed funds,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, no risk.
Okay. So no risk would like limit you basically to term deposits. Yeah. So they'd be 100% safe, 100% guaranteed in the credit union. The credit union has a deposit guarantee on that, so they pay into a insurance product basically. All credit unions in Manitoba do. So you're 100% guaranteed your deposit, no matter what the value is.
Is there a limit on how much? Like,
Not with the credit union. With the credit union, you're 100%, no matter what the limit is.
I believe most banks are restricted to a dollar amount.
Yeah.
But all credit unions are, it doesn't matter if it's $1 million or 10 million, it's covered.
So if we ended up with a term that we wanted to take the interest, a portion of the interest every year, is that something that is possible?
Yeah, probably. We'd get approval for that. Typically, that's not a product that we have, but we could probably get approval for that. Yeah.
Yeah, if we know ahead of time what you're looking for, then that's just the terms we would wrap it around.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the foundation money
Yeah.
is where we're looking at, and they've made some changes down there, so we're just looking at other options and what we can do.
Okay.
But part of it would be that we would want to make sure that we were able to get interest
Access a
off
percentage of
of
the
the-
interest each.
every year, and then we're gonna give it away.
Keep your principal, but look
Yeah,
at
and
the
a yeah, like say 75% of the interest,
Yeah, if you
whatever,
Take a
like,
percentage of the interest and keep it and build,
And the rest would
and the rest could be designated to others.
so
Yeah.
I think that's something that we can
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, that makes
Definitely
sense.
gotta keep up inflation on the principal, so there's a certain amount has to be put in to keep the valuation of the dollar amount going up, not down.
how do you guys get paid?
So
So Stride, we make our money from taking your main investment and essentially borrowing it to other members and making interest off them. So
Okay,
So let's say we're paying you 3.5%. We want to lend that out at, 4.5%, 5.5%. That's where we make our money. So if we tell you we're giving you, 3.25% interest, that's what you get. There's no
Yep.
variation on that. That's a guarantee.
There's no fees on term deposits.
No.
the money man's thinking over there.
so those term deposits, are they GIFs or what are they?
it's not GIFs. They'd be GICs. They're a little bit different. GIFs wouldn't really benefit you anyways as a municipality. It's more of an insurance product. There's a bit of insurance background to that. But GICs, so guaranteed insurance certificate or a term deposit, same thing.
Any other comments around here?
So is that the 3.25, is that like what the ballpark is right now? Like if it was like,
On a walk-in basis, I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
usually municipalities and stuff, we do try to offer slightly better, especially larger dollar amounts. But we are in that like 3.2, 3.4 range as of today, so, we'll see what the market does here in the next 4 months, but,
What, oh shucks.
That's something we're definitely interested in down the road.
yeah.
Are
And,
they generally 4-year terms or?
You can choose between a 1 and a 5, so 1,
One
2,
and
3, 4,
five,
5.
So you can stagger them to it.
You could
Yes.
break it out into different ones for sure.
That's what a lot of people do. They can ladder them. So you
Yeah.
could take your investment, divide by 5, and do a 1 year, 2 year, 3 or 4 year, 5 year if you wanted to. And you have some coming due each year. Yep.
And then you can collect the interest off of all of them and reinvest or
Yep.
retain some of it.
Yeah, I mean, it would depend for sure. Like, say at whatever time you're investing, you really like the 5 year and you'd rather like
Right, you could go
do
back
it all
into
in 5 year, then we would just do a special arrangement where you could still access interest every year or percentage. Is you can set it up that, say on year 1, your interest gets paid out and your investment reinvests. Normally, you would just either get all or nothing of the
Yeah.
interest, but I mean, we can work with a percentage. I'm sure that's something that
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
be flexible on.
My
As opposed-
questions at the time,
Yeah, as
Mhm.
opposed to having it like available in 1 year and then you're kind of stuck taking rates, whatever that 1 year is, whether it's gone. I mean, if it's gone up, that's great for you. If it's gone down, then you've got to reinvest in a lower rate. Yeah, so I mean, maybe choosing, half long term, half short term, just depending, kind of hoping that something is going to always hit a bigger market. But
I remember my question. What's the cutoff, like you said, about the amount of money you put in? So where's your levels? Like, do you have this much money here, 3.5? Or, and then you go to this much, 3.6, and this much. Is there like a scale?
it is flat, like it's the same whether you put in $1,000 or 100,000 or $1 million.
Okay.
That is often why larger corporations like towns and municipalities ask us to tender so that we top those up a little bit. Because they are usually on the higher scale. But normally it doesn't matter what you invest. This is our GIC rate, so
Are you competitive?
I think so.
We have been really competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were saying some RMs do make you tender on it, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll get a letter saying
It's interesting.
requesting
Yeah.
rates and stuff, and then we try to do our best and hope that you come back to us. And,
You got a good start by showing up here today.
First
Yeah.
one's
Okay.
only one so far.
I mean, there is sometimes some negotiation, like, I mean, not always guaranteeing, but let's say you get 3 offers and you really want to invest with a certain partner and you say, okay, well, this is what Westoba offered, can you match it? And then we would have to decide if it works for our balance to match it or not.
That's fair.
Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't, but you would have that option to come back and ask for something different, but obviously I don't have authority on that. We would have to get the big wigs involved, but they would be involved in that process anyways at that dollar amount, so that would come right from our executives, so you would know what they promise is what you're gonna get, so.
Okay, good. Any other comments, questions, anybody? Any more comments, you two?
We're just here as a resource, so, we're definitely doing our best.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just reach out when the time comes due because just if our posted rates don't necessarily mean that's gonna be what you would get, so.
Yeah, definitely, whether it's with us or anywhere else, you're gonna be best to tender a rate, don't take what's on the website, so.
Alrighty. Thank you very much
Awesome.
for coming
You
in,
got
girls.
your contact information?
Yeah, you should get both of us, so.
Yes.
Teresa got
You
everything.
can let us know if
I
and when
will
you're
do.
ready and.
Awesome. Thank you for coming.
No
Yes,
problem.
thanks for
Thank
having us.
And if something, questions come up in the meantime, just don't be afraid to ask.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
All right,
Okay, thanks
you.
a lot. Great
Take
meeting
care.
you.
Yeah.
One person to show the front is broken.
3.25% would keep up 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's not working so great.
You do your valuation, your money down 3%. CN's paying a dividend 8%.
Are we having a break?
I think so. Ray
Yeah.
left the room.
They left in a hurry.
Okay, we'll get back here. Resolution 145, 2025, be it resolved that council have received a subdivision application from Trent Olmsted on behalf of Margaret Thorne, registered owner of Southwest 2011-14 West, to create a new small holding for a non-farm dwelling site on a single lot under the following conditions. That a conditional use order be obtained for the establishment of a non-farm dwelling site as necessary to ensure compliance with the zoning bylaw. 2, that a variance order be obtained for proposed lot 1 that increase allowable maximum site area from 10 acres to 15.46 acres as necessary to ensure compliance with the zoning bylaw. 3, that a variance order be obtained for the residual property that increases the minimum site area from 80 acres to 64.54 acres as necessary to ensure compliance with the zoning bylaw. Number 4, that a variation order be obtained decreasing the required site width from 1,000 feet to 165 feet as necessary to ensure compliance with the zoning bylaws. Can I have a mover, please? Robbie, seconder? Grant, discussion? You got a place you can bring that up and see it?
Robbie, it's added. But it was in your correspondence. Here you go. I don't know what you wanna,
Did we not look at this one
We
already?
looked at this one already before.
this is 8720. This is not the
No, it's not.
No.
This should be one. I do know
Looks the same.
one comment that was brought up
I
at
thought we did because the bins are down the bottom corner.
that we had talked about that at planning, and I talked to Trent about those bins. Right now, the bins are still in place, but they are gonna be removed. Cause we're worried about the bins,
Great.
the line, property line going right through the bins,
Yes.
they are gonna be removed.
Any other discussion on that then? Everybody clear as mud? Okay. Okay, call the question. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you very much, everyone.
no, it's actually.
Right on time. Go Russ. We'll go around the table, introduce ourselves here, okay?
Hey, I'm Rob Baghomer.
Right on,
Counselor.
Sid.
Graduation.
Bill Penner planning.
That Walker planning.
John Davidson.
Frank Turbine.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm Sid Bove with Borus. And I printed off a couple more pictures, just whatever, I don't know. This is just something just for what I can show, I guess, a little bit. If you want to fire them around me. I don't know if I did enough, but there's some there
I
anyway.
get the idea.
Yeah.
We got lots. That one? Yep, we got lots. Yep, thank you. I need another one there.
You got it.
And yeah, basically all I'm asking is being, so that I'd be allowed to do the open cut through the road for this drain tile project. I believe that it's all actually approved ready. We have the resolution on it, all that's all good, but we gotta cross that road. Is it 80 north? Am I correct? What did I put on there this morning?
You're going from south to north, that's
Yeah.
80 north.
Yeah, and so the reason I printed that off is you can see my little red line in there. That's my drain. That's the height I have to be at, kind of deal, to make this work, to come from section 8 going all the way through section 17 all the way to that big creek. And to do the directional drill on that is like virtually impossible because I'm at a 0.07% grade. I gotta dig down to that. I think I'm about 6 feet deep before I get to the road, let's say. So underneath that road, I'm going to be quite deep. What I want to be able to do is I got to get that exact grade. I either plow through it or I excavate through it or whatever. And I just wanted to basically explain that and say, is it possible that we are allowed to do the open cut if whatever. I'll take responsibility, obviously, for fixing the roads and all this stuff. We've done it lots and lots of times. I've never ever drilled a road other than if it's a water line or whatever. Obviously, water and sewer is different kind of deal. We've done lots of that too, but this is something that has to be on a specific grade to make the project work. And directional drilling is just really tough to have that exact GPS or whatever, if you know what I mean. You can do some grades on it or whatever. Actually have done sewer lines where we've put a grade on something, but it's something when you're crossing a highway and you have lots of room, you can just kind of go big slope and then you can win. But this here is, well, 0.07 is like nothing, right? It's basically as flat as a table almost, just with a little bit of a tilt to it. So yeah, that was the one thing. Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask, I guess, if we could, for some of these drain tile projects, and I believe there's more of them that are going to be coming. This is the one that I'm dealing with now.
So is this kilometer or
that's feet.
Meters? Oh, just feet.
It's all feet. Okay. Yeah, it's about a 6. This is that main line that runs from section 8 all the way down through 17
I
through.
just wondered if that was full of.
No, it's so the bottom, the yellow right here, like the top of the yellow is actual ground height.
Yeah.
The green is 2 feet below surface. The top of that, what I'll call orange or whatever you want it, is 6 feet below the surface.
Okay.
And the red line is
where you're
the grade I want to do kind of deal, right? So yeah, it's whatever. The having to directional drill these outlets or whatever, it's going to be virtually impossible. Like it can stop some of them. There's going to be the odd one out there. Oh, well, there's going to be another one coming to your table eventually here for Stefan. Actually, it's been through a few times, but we weren't, one of the outlets is in the wrong spot. It wasn't approved for that reason. We found a new spot to put it, so it'll be coming back. And there is situations where, yeah, you may have lots and lots of slope or something like that, yes, possibly you can, but it makes it directional drilling irrigation line is totally different than directional drilling a drain tile line or any of this other stuff, right? Like, or try and install a culvert through the road. Yeah, the highways do it with, that big boring machine, but then they're also sitting flat in the bottom of the ditch, boring through. I have to be 6 feet down in the ground and then boring at a proper slope, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, that's what I wanted. I just wanted to come explain it and say, is there any questions or what is the concern, I guess, and that.
So our biggest concern is we've got a way of doing it now, and who's going to answer to all these people when we change it? That have went and spent the money over the years.
Yeah.
To do it the way they are doing it.
Yeah.
And for our own road infrastructure, like doesn't matter when you cut a road, you're going to leave a bump.
Yep.
And it's going to stay there forever.
It's definitely, you do have it or whatever. We've done it. Like, I just asked them, that's like whatever. I know a lot of RMs that have these things and they have a policy in place. It's like, I have to agree to take care of it, come back, fix it or whatever. And yes, you're going to, like, after I go through there, are you going to notice that I went through there? Yes, you will. I'm not saying that. But after the fact, we come back, like, I'll put more gravel in there than is on the road kind of deal. And if once the grader goes by, I believe we get them back to the spot that they're good. Like, we do them in lots and lots and lots of RMs, and
would you guarantee it for like the next year or two? Or,
yeah, like I always tell the farmers that too. Like, I'm working for, this time it's for Bray Farms or whatever. We're for lots of people. It's like, if there's a problem, you're the one driving over it. I'm in Carmen. This is up by Neepawa. I don't drive over it tomorrow. I don't drive over it the next time. We're there for a week and a half. I get it. I might not see it, but if you see it, well, let me know. I will get back there so that we can do something
they're
or whatever.
landowners and the proponents of the project, so they'd be.
Yeah, they're gonna drive by it.
Yeah.
We did one very close to where this is. I don't know exactly where it is. 16, 14, 16. I'm gonna say in 2016, 17. I don't know when it was. And we went down the bottom of the creek, came up and around, and we plowed right through that road. And I don't know. I was there last fall looking at some stuff, and you cannot tell where I wouldn't be able to point to where we went, right? Like it. And we dug that road out, plowed right through it, and put it back. Did you notice the next day? I'm sure you did. But it was that's how we did it, and it was done. And we do them all the time.
16, 14.
Am I wrong? 16? I think it's 16, 14, 16. I could be. It was a full section.
There's 16. 14,
Is that
16.
for La Pointe?
It's for La Pointe, yeah. It was La Pointe.
That was through a back road.
Yeah.
That was never developed.
It's a gravel road. Yeah, it was a gravel road too, yeah. And whatever, I'm just.
Roads that got gravelled, it was a back road, but it got gravelled in the flood, I think. get those guys around back there. North-south road, right?
Yeah.
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 There is gravel on it, but I don't think it's one we regularly do.
Not a high traffic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing or whatever. And this is one. There's another one coming or whatever that I'm. Whatever. There's more of these projects that are coming down the pipe kind of deal. I think and what not just me. I believe the irrigation line thing, and I'm not saying that whatever. This is like I need one road, right? I'm not going 6 miles and going bang 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 kind of deal. I need to get across this road so that I can have. So the project can go there kind of deal, right? That's my questions on it, I guess. Yeah.
Anybody other got any comments, concerns?
Like, what does Matt say about these type of things? Our foreman, maybe like we could get his opinion, and he probably wouldn't worry too much about it if we got guarantees coming back, and maybe there's something that needs to be fixed at that corner anyways.
It
Just kind of flattened out.
It just seems, back of my mind, the policy where we came in about having the directional mower, was there not an out on it that said when it is, we will allow it when it is in a sort of that directional boring is not an option? Seems to me we had left an opening in that policy that said directional boring is feasible, that would be the only time we would allow.
Do you have that bylaw, Teresa? Like, can you pull it up and review it?
I see the tile drainage policy. Maybe have to look into it a little
Road
further.
crossing policy?
There's gotta be times where, like, we want it done, and there's reasons why we implemented it, but there's times where we have to look at other reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm just talking out loud here, but I mean, it has to be different times, like.
Well, there's limiting factors for every project, right? The lay of the land isn't the same everywhere.
100%.
For example, Watershed has a policy that the outlet for a quarter drainage be one outlet per quarter, but in some instances, you need a couple.
Yep.
If there's a bridge or a hill or something, so you make allowance for that local condition.
Yep.
So like, if Harold says there may be allowance in our policy for limitations, we need to review that bylaw. And if there's not, maybe we should add something to it to say we can.
It just seems to be every.
Or have an option to vary it down or vary it to a cut, one or the other.
Well, there's gotta be, like, I know that South Cypress, they've changed their policy back.
They did.
Yeah. They told us at the planning meeting that they'd gone, like, they had no cuts, open cuts, and they were getting grief from certain, so they went back and implemented, they made some stingier rules. And they made sure, like, basically it's, you hire the RM grader.
Yeah.
You buy the RM gravel.
Yeah.
You make sure it's compacted and everything else just not gob back in, and that's what was happening before, and a lot of it with the straight cuts for irrigation pipe, they just out
gone and go. I realized that I had it was the arm in Dufferin, the one I'm in, and it was my neighbor kind of deal. He says, "No, you can't. We're not doing. You're not cutting them anymore." And I said, "Have you ever had any problems with the ones I cut?" He's like, "No." I said, "Well, I don't know. I'm not a counselor. I don't know." I said, "Just make it so that someone has to be accountable then." Like, he's like, "Well, if I do it, if I can't just pick that guy, I got to pick you." I said, "Well, why am I getting in trouble for what happened?" I said, "Like, if I guarantee you that I'm going to fix it, and it just fix it kind of deal, because otherwise whatever. I just try to make it that we can keep on rolling kind of deal, right?"
And I believe it was the two contractors in town that were messing up the roads, and they were both the same, and there was no in between. They were both doing a poor job of fixing them, and that's why we implemented this.
Yeah.
Now, like we say, is probably reasons why we would look at it, on a case-to-case basis.
Yeah.
Look, we don't want to stop tile drainage and stuff like that. If the farmers wish to do that, that's totally up to them on their property and that. And doing our own due diligence for our own roads for everybody else. And it's something we definitely got to discuss more as to
it's something we can look into, Teresa, and we'll do so. I don't think we need to make you wait here any longer, like,
No,
I think we can get back to them.
I think we'll get back to you. You won't be doing this project till fall likely anyway.
Yeah, this is whatever. This is something that I potentially could do because it's a big main line or whatever. I'm not saying that, oh man, I want to do it next week. That's not what I'm getting out here. But if it is something, I would be able to do the crossing and all that stuff prior to fall time because it's, well,
Yeah, picking your time to do it.
it's a big main line dig.
Would it take a day, or how long would the road be?
Oh, the road is going to be whatever. Let's say it's no more than a day. I'm done in half a day, but barring whatever. And I come with road close signs. I'll notify and lots of RMs or whatever. It's like you talk to the foreman. It's like, hey, I'm going to be there this day. Is it possible when I'm done that the grader's coming by in the next day or so? Because we can level it up. I don't have a grader. And graders are the best thing ever for the road, right? I'm going to put all the gravel you need on there. There's going to be lots to work with. There'll be a little bit of a hump. And if the grader comes by in the day,
It can
it's
be
good.
a busy corner sometimes. Like There's a couple of cattle yards down there.
And there's bus routes and stuff. I always ask that, like if it's a bus route, hey, it can't be cut at 8:30 in the morning or whatever,
Quite
right?
often use that road too to skirt Neequa around. So
Well, I would think if you get permission, I would probably not want to go till July on that cut.
Yeah.
Just because then there's no buses, you know, like.
Yeah. Which is fine.
I mean, but you know if it's approved, then at least you would know and you can plan yourself around it, right?
Perfectly fine. Yeah.
How far have you been going from municipal culverts? Like, have you been staying 8 feet away or something? Or
Lots of times we're not even by them. On a situation like this, there is one in there, obviously.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I can kind of do. I shouldn't say whatever there, because the lay of the land does do a lot. Whatever. I don't want to be directly below it anyway, right? So I'll go around it and miss it. And we have had to do it. Like there's field approaches where I've taken the culvert right out and went on through, and then you put it right back in. This situation, we're on the edge of the field anyway. We're not on RM stuff.
Just a question,
Yeah.
there is a culvert in this corner.
Yep, 100%.
yeah, you'll be further east.
We're gonna be east. Yeah.
So how far east are you going from property line then?
Oh, we'll go try to be fairly close to the edge of the field is what we want to do. Yeah. I think I seen in the policy, and if I'm not taking up too much time, there's something in there about 125 feet or whatever. Just one more fast thought. I went to the Armor Rosedale meeting and explained this. Why? What's the reasoning to keep the drain tile away from the property line?
I think ours is just for above ground stuff.
It was above
Ours is
ground,
for
I think.
wells, right?
Was it not?
Just any
Above
infrastructure coming up,
Okay.
like pump. Well,
Any structure to be built has to be 125 foot setback.
Okay.
Above ground.
Within the ditch.
What about
Pretty sure ours is-
pumps and stuff like that then too?
Yeah.
Okay.
They can be buried down though.
Yeah, but you have a cover there, right? And sometimes they're going to be close to the edge. I just thought it was the drain tile pipes because it's like, well, if you have wet roads and frost boils, the drain tile is going to help you.
No, I think there was some
Okay.
misunderstanding, and I think
Okay.
our
Yeah.
policy is just clarified to be above ground infrastructure, 125 feet setback,
Okay.
and that can be buried down with a conditional use or whatever.
Yep. For sure. Good.
Any other questions, comments then for anybody? I think we've got some discussion to be doing and
Yep. I
talking
will
this over, okay?
carry on. Perfect. Thank you.
Very much. for
You can
coming.
keep those. I don't need them back.
All right, well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, sir.
You betcha. Thank you,
Have a
guys.
good one.
You too.
And then we had this whole thing's thinking it was 10-20 as well for
Engineered rubber aggregate,
engineered rubber aggregate.
crossbar fix.
Who wrote this one?
I did.
You didn't put it down, but okay, go ahead.
It was a bit of a mashup. I usually do my own arranging, and this time there was somebody else got in the mix of it, so I didn't follow up. My apologies to counselors, and I know your time is valuable. I have a PowerPoint presentation, and I don't know if you guys got time for it. It's about a 10-minute quick. I sent you an email, and I was kind of wondering about that. That's what happens when I let other people do my work for me.
You wanna go 10-minute quick?
I can give you guys
All
a
right with that,
10-minute
everybody?
scenario on this, and we can follow up if there's an interest on it. How about that?
Sure.
When did you send it?
Either last night or this morning, I worked through the night. Let me check my email. No, I can't, I'm not hooked to the Wi-Fi here.
What's the name that you would have sent from?
Peter Schrader, that's my name, pschrader@protonmail.com.
Here's Vic.
Yep, that's the PowerPoint. I don't know if you're wired in.
Yep, right there.
I'm in
Where's your
charge,
pointer?
so we can talk about it. All right, hit the second one.
Here, we're gonna give you a pointer because this is her best toy.
Oh, I get to play with it, huh?
Did you send this email out to us, Tracy?
No.
No.
'Cause it
No,
looks
it
familiar.
came in too late. So I've been at the, how do I work this thing?
You just tell me and I'll.
Yeah, you move it, because I'm not tech savvy. So we've been at this for about 15 years and maybe even more when I first started. At ERA, we developed a technique that uses tire-derived aggregate, which is shredded up car tires, tractor tires, semis, OTRs, the whole 9 yards. We put them into the road, and I've got a lot of places you guys can go and take a look to validate what I'm saying, that it's not just a sales pitch. We got a lot of roads that are working, and it's an effective solution that you don't ever have to go and revisit. Once that's in, bang, you're done with it for good. Can you hit it again, please? And this is what we worked on around Hamiota. I've worked on it around the RM of, it used to be Sigma S, Westlake, Ericsdale, Westlake area. And this is what we're seeing. And part of it is the trucks are getting heavier. The other part is I used to build roads when I was young. We put everything into the road and then we put a clay cap over it and we got out of Dodge. So now this stuff comes back to haunt us. Can we have another one? It's very simple what causes this. The water table is where it is. The road is built out of very fine material. It soaks it up like a sponge will soak it up. It freezes. It's the last thing to thaw. It's in the middle of the road. You add water to anything, eventually, any dirt, it gets to be mush. It's called a frost lens. There's a lot of research on it. It's very simple. The water freezes in the road, it thaws. When it thaws, it turns it to muck. And the more weight you put over it, dynamic loads going over top seems to massage it up to the top, and then your whole middle of the road goes sideways. And I have another one. There's another look. You guys have seen all these things before. Kind of puts an end to trucking down that road. So we eliminate the moisture using tire-derived aggregate because it's too coarse. It's like 4-inch rock. It's too coarse for the capillary action for the soaking to take place. The TDA also knits the soil that's causing the problem together. If the soil is weak and doesn't have a good clay base, it kind of has a tendency to want to spread. You start hauling real heavy loads over it. And if you take the moisture out of the subgrade and you limit the frost penetration, there is no more frost boil. It's a really simple mix. The Department of Highways usually uses 4-inch rock down about 3.5 feet. Then they put a layer of geotech on top or below. Then they use 3/4, and then they build the road on top of that. We're replacing that with tire-derived aggregate because it's superior in a number of material properties. And there's a job we did at Winnipeg Beach. That's Maple Avenue. That's before compaction. The boys got a little excited there. They laid down too much. I made them scrape it out. We only put down 12 inches at a time. Then we walk it down 7 passes, then the same as I would with 4-inch rock, and another 12 inches and so on and so forth till you get 1.5 feet under compaction. This cut is about 3 feet deep. Now these bids are from the RM of Grainville. A buddy of mine's a contractor there, and that's sort of where I used to ranch, so I know the people up there quite well. We got a lot of water, frost boil problem there. Now, I don't know what you guys are paying here per 100 yards, but the bids that year in 2023 came in at around $70,000. When I asked the contractors that using our material and our technique, they chopped that back to about $30,000, and I would say we're probably at about $35,000 now because fuel has changed and machinery times are up a little bit. but I can save you guys a lot of money, and it's a permanent fix. So there's no hauling dirt away, and tire-derived aggregate weighs about 30% of mineral aggregate. So I can use a live floor truck and I can deliver cubic yards like nobody's business, because we don't have the constraints of the 25 ton triaxle. Can we go one more? And the excavated material taken from the cut, and this is where we kind of modified the technique that we started with. We take the cap of the road to one side, we take the scummy stuff to the other side, we put the material down on the bottom, we walk it down, we pack it properly the same way as you would with 4-inch rock and so on. Then we put the poor material that was first in the road that was causing the problem on top of this material, on top of the tire-derived aggregate. We put the clay cap back on top. It's graded, it's gravelled, it's crowned properly, and it's over. Now you're gonna have a bit of a lift. You can take that lift and put it on the shoulders, or you can just accept and feather that lift out over, say, 10 yards, 20 yards, and you don't get the bump. And you do the same thing on the undercut. You go in on an angle so that you don't have a bump that develops, because it's the radical change in soil types and compaction that creates the culvert bump that we see in the spring. If they sloped that in and did all the compaction the way you're supposed to, you wouldn't have a culvert bump either. So you can do what you like with it. A lot of places, they like to see the grade go up because it blows the snow off better, and there's no hazard on the road like a lift. You can travel it at speeds. Let's see another one. This is again in Hamiota when we started off, and we're using the 200 series track hole there to walk it down. It does a good job. Anything like that works. We don't use sheepfoot packers because they're meant to pack clay, not this stuff. We don't use wheel because there's going to be some protruding wire coming up out of this stuff. The wire is supposed to be a 1/4 inch or less, but sometimes it gets a little longer, so we just stay with track equipment. And the weight is what's important, and the ground pressure. So let's have another one. This is the finished road before graveling at Maple at Winnipeg Beach. I went over that this spring. They paved it. I asked them not to pave it, but it's been there 10 years and everybody forgot that it was rubber underneath. And so they paved it, and when you pave stuff, you look at the substrata, and if the substrata is weak, you get what they call alligatoring, like jigsaw puzzle pieces all over there. Nice and smooth. There's no cracking on the pavement. And let's see, what else have we got here? This is compacting it using a grader. We're bringing the stuff back in, and you can get a good look at the pieces. And if you take a look at the length and the breadth of those pieces, they will tie this thing up like the worst beaver dam you ever thought of trying to pull it apart. It's like a mat. And it distributes the weight nicely. You can put loads over that wouldn't normally carry over that weak soil. And this is not good ground here. This is the stuff that used to scare us when we were building roads with scat and scraper. You just got no bottom in that stuff at all. Let's go another one. This is sort of our cost estimate. Like, you guys have got this on your file now. You can look at it and take a look at the cubic yards that we're working with and the cost. I put it in there. This has been a proven product for quite a while. It's just, I run such a small company, I don't get around very much, and now we're getting bigger. We've got an operation site in Brandon, so the hauling is really close. You don't have to haul from Winnipeg. And tire stewardship, just so you guys know, what that organization is. That's where you give your money to it, and I can bring some of that back to you. There's about $20,000 sitting waiting for every and any municipality that is putting in tire-derived aggregate as road-based. And that's sort of a nice little start on something like this. The next one, that's Strollway. That was a nightmare. That Strollway completed, and we excavated that down to about 4.5 feet because we hit a band of about this thick of white clay. There's a local term for it is loon shit, excuse me, but it's a very technical term. No other way to describe that. That road used to be so bad the school buses had the kids coming to the crossroads. You don't see any of that anymore. And I'm gonna boast on that there's nobody that can do it at the price that we can do it and make it stick. Like this doesn't require geotech fabric, this doesn't require anything, unless you're in real sandy soil, then I throw in geotech on top. Because the sandy soil, if it dries out, which it will, because the moisture won't get to it, I'm always concerned about the vibration of the road working and that it trickle through and create the columns that'll.
Like the cracks.
Yeah. So we throw in geotech fabric on top, but most of the time, if you got any malleable clay, like road building clay, it's not an issue. Give me another one, please. This was a real test case. Red Fern, I don't know if you know where that is in Hamiota, it's right off the main grade. They were sinking trucks in there because they were coming in as usual with all the light fertilizer that a truck could carry, damn near air weight. They paved that just recently, I'd say about 4 years ago. And they were getting stuck coming into that yard. It was sort of a ritual to have a big tractor to pull them out. And now this is, I was there this spring. There's no sign of it. People don't even remember it, except if you're old like me. So again, a road that was built through this is going out to a cattle feed lot. They were screaming at counselors all the time because they couldn't haul in feed and couldn't haul out cows. They actually tried building a road around it and on another road allowance, and that went the same way. So we came in and we fixed this. Another one, there's the tire stewardship grant. Now this matching grant, they're gonna ditch that because everybody knows how to pad out a book. And you have to have $20,000 worth of expenses to get a $20,000 grant. They're just giving up the pretext. They're just saying, look, you put this in, you get 20K.
Is that like a one-time for municipality or per project? It's one
Per
time?
project,
Per project?
per year.
Okay.
There is money there that you can get. Most of this money goes to playgrounds now or hockey rinks or stuff like that. But if we strengthen the infrastructure, you can make more money and you can pay your own playground and pave it and all the rest. This one I would, if you get a hold of me, I can put you in touch with the lady in charge of tire stewardship, the office there that handles the grant house and that sort of stuff. And I think that's just about it. I've taken up, this is just more promotions of the same thing. We've been doing this a while, and there's another company that produces aggregate as well, but they don't do the job. When we deliver the aggregate and we're involved in the job, I come out and I supervise the install. And one of the reasons is that this is not mineral aggregate and it doesn't behave in front of the bucket the way mineral aggregate does. I ran a cat and scraper, I run a dozer and a bucket and loader and all that sort of stuff. This stuff, if you try and push it, it just kind of rolls up like wet manure. It just doesn't behave right. And I got to get the loader operators, or not the loader operators, the hoe operators, to learn to rake it. And it rakes level, just sweet as. It just rakes nice and level. Then they make their passes, 7 passes, and I actually count them. I mark the levels to make sure that when I say I want 12 inches laid, I want 12 inches laid. I don't want 16 and I don't want 24. I want 12. So I mark the cut. And once they get onto that and they find out that it's not complicated, it's just a little different, then they pick it up and they run with it. But I've had, in one case, I actually dug it all up and started all over again. They threw 3 feet in and then tried to pack it. You can't pack 3 feet of anything. So it's just, you follow the geotech regs, you do what you're supposed to do and you get a good result. So I'm always around to get the contractors, new contractors started so that there's not a misfire. Because if a misfire once, it haunts me forever. It just doesn't work. So these are some of the people that were still in the business. My name again is Peter Schrader, and the company is Engineered Rubber Aggregate, ERA for short. There's my number. I don't have business cards because I gave them all away. And if you take a look at the municipal leader, I've got an ad running in there, and I've got articles going in there for this year for sure. Now, if you have any questions, I know you have important business, I'll get out of your hair.
Watch your eyes.
What, so you gotta make sure you're wide enough if you just use your excavator for packing, you have to make sure your cut's wide enough to get your middle packed.
We,
So what's your minimum size?
15 feet to 20 feet is the minimum. That's all we take out. I used to go shoulder to shoulder. If you had a 30-foot road top, I'd go like 28, 27 feet and just leave the shoulder so the water wouldn't run in. That's a waste of money. Because what we found is when we just cut the middle of the road, which is where the frost boil action happens, because it thaws in from the side, right? It thaws in from the top, and when it gets to the frost lands, that's when it pukes. So most people, when they come by, they skirt. They go along the side. I did that with the semi, and I always snuck by most of the time. The action is in the middle, so he started taking out 15, 20 feet down the middle, and that solved it. The whole thing is to stop the water from soaking up into the roadbed.
Well, it's getting pumped if you have water on both sides.
Yep,
It's pumping.
it's gonna come.
It would be
And-
good, like, for water transferring from side to side, it would be more durable to move that water, instead of trying to fight through some kind of aggregate.
This stuff passes water through it like an open door.
Yeah.
They've done the trials, like we did a lot of work with Red River Community College. I'm sorry, I didn't even have my back here. And they did all the material testing. Trek Geotechnical was our consultant in all of this stuff, and it was all hands off. You test to destruction, you don't test it to make us look good. The kids at Red River Community College put it through the test. Chakre Rashwan was the oversight on that. He was the head of healers, something or other. And this stuff is solid. And the contamination, before anybody asks me, that's something you should be aware of. It's going to be a spike for about a 6-month period because the wire that's protruding will oxidize with the water, rust, back inside the rubber, and then it heals. Like it won't oxidize inside a place where it can't get to the wire. So there's a spike, and the distance that material moves, this is what surprised everybody, is like 20 feet in a roadbed. Like if you got a dry roadbed and the ditch dries out, and then okay, you test further and further back, it's about 20 feet from the edge of the incident, like where you put the material. So I feel good about it. I don't know how to describe it to you. I got grandkid and I got family, and I did this out on our farm. We built roads to our hayland and put down pads for parking equipment on and all the rest of it. That's 30 years done. And there's no negative effect. The grass grows green, the stock is grazing there. And my ex says it's as good as it was when I left. She doesn't say too much, but she says that.
So your business in Brandon, are you chopping?
We're shredding there.
So on last Friday, going in the jet ski, we passed 2 trucks,
Yep,
and they were full.
yep.
Like it was basically hanging out the back. There's about that much of a gap.
That wouldn't have been mine.
Well,
I'm not claiming them.
no. It was just, you could see it. That's what I'm saying, is you could see,
Yeah.
and I think, geez, I wonder if that, because the people you're partners with are not partners with, but somebody working with you is just out here west of town.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about
What's his name?
Chris Rigdale?
Hey.
Jenna, yeah. No,
She told me about
yeah.
yourself.
Chris is, he put in Strollway, him and his brother Ryan. They put in Strollway for us. They put in Maple. They built roads around Ashern.
Yeah.
He knows this business.
Well, they said that there was going to be. They
Yes.
said get hold of Teresa.
Yeah.
We do definitely. If Matt was here, he could pick out 100 spots. But I mean, it'll depend on money. But
But the thing is, that because the stuff, we move the stuff with live floor trailers, not end dumps.
Yeah.
We walk the live floor right in. If you guys want to have another look, I got some videos where up at Strathclair, we put a patch of road across a bog that the McGinnis Ranch is on the other side. McGinnis Ag Property and Ranch and that is on the other side. They'd have to drive all the way around the whole section to get onto another grid road to get out to the highway. And she was coming across there, and I said, anything different about this road? First, she asked me what the hell I was doing in her patch. Like, I don't know what you're doing here. And then I asked about the road. There's no frost boils there. They're coming over that with the B trains. No more issues. And the same thing in other places where we work. If there's a problem, you guys hear about it. When the truck gets stuck, I know you hear about it, because that's when I get a call. So have a think about it, and in all likelihood, we'll be bringing in Chris, and like he's got the experience. I don't even have to be here. Chris knows how to do this job, but I like to be here just so that you guys understand, and whoever the contractor is, so that you guys select the contractor. And as far as price is concerned, I don't know what your aggregate is here. I can beat it every day. Every day, all day long. I have no problems with that. Aggregate production costs serious money, especially when you need the big stones to make it work. And this stuff, it shreds easier than that. And the other big advantage is we can move so many more cubic yards. And
That's huge.
Yeah. Well, transportation costs is what's getting everybody down.
It's a killer.
So once we start moving that stuff, I've got a big project going on in Gladstone, just out of Gladstone, where you go east of the town alongside the railway tracks. I was there this morning. That soft is starting to get that movement going. And it gets really bad, and it's out to their landfill. And it has to be accessed. It's either through that stretch of road that's gone bubbly now, or on the highway, on the pavement and back. So we're gonna do 200 yards in there. And like I said, Hamiota's within Reed, Strathclair. We just did a patch. You can phone those good folks up there and ask them how that road is holding up. Satisfy yourselves. There's a list of people here. If you need some more, I'll find them.
What's your smallest that you're comfortable with doing? Length?
About 100 yards.
100 yards.
Yeah. Anything less than that. I mean, I'll do 2 50-yard patches if that's what you want.
That's what I mean. Like if we come, because the two that I'm thinking about, they're only about this big, right? Like, so you'd want to stretch it out on both sides of it,
Well,
but
if they're only that big, then I'm gonna tell you, excavate them and just fill that. But remember exactly where they were, so you don't blame me for the one that grows up on the other side of that. Because that's what happened to me one time, and I won't make that mistake again. We now GPS locate them. And once that's done, then I know for sure. Because I do like to make sure that we do a good job, and that we get blamed for the problems we caused, not for what happened because we ran short. But yeah, 100 meters is usually, if there is a real problem, if it's just a big one, just excavate it, pack it, put a top back on it, it'll be gone. But the problem is if you do that and the soil next to it is just as likely to draw it up, you're just moving the problem ahead of yourself.
How does it tie into where you have an existing geotech and then it's blowing up at the end of it? Does this tie in good with it, or?
No, I don't see real problems on stuff like that. There was a guy by the name of Terry. He had more experience in this than anyone I know in Western Canada, including myself. We left him with about 1,000 ton of rubber, and he put it in for the municipality of Hamiota back in the day. And he developed a few techniques that he shared with me, and one of them is feathering the cut. Like you don't go straight down, you feather the cut like this, and when you build the road out, you feather the cut out. So you're building up not on a straight cut like you would on a culvert. That worked out really well to take the bump out of it because the soil transitions slowly instead of dramatically. Takes a little bit more money, but if you've got heavy trucks running, you need to have this kind of stuff on your mind. And the other thing that he did was he used a lot more material than we're using now. He used to use 3 feet of TDA. I only use 16 inches under compression, and we haven't had a problem with it since we started doing that. So there's been little things that we did to reduce the cost, because cost is a critical factor.
taxpayers' money.
Yep, well, and you better answer up for it because they start yelling.
100%.
This is the closest.
Alrighty, thank you very much for bringing
Get
that up.
out of your
That's very
hair,
good.
and I want to thank you sincerely for your time. You've got my contacts, and I got to thank Jenna. I kind of fell down on the job follow-up, so yeah. You guys know how to get a hold of us.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. There's your
Yeah.
magic toy.
Have a good week. Oh, it will be, it will be.
Take care.
All right, thank you again.
But
I know a few places to try.
Spot in my yard, I'd like to dump a little bit.
Sure, everybody comes up all the time.
Okay, we
Bye.
had,
Okay, we're on. Resolution 145.
no, 44.
Yeah, but aren't we moving forward one now?
Oh, yeah. Sure we are.
Because we
you're-
did that.
Yeah, sure.
You're on 43 with
Oh, we're on 43?
Hoffman, right?
Table,
But
yeah.
I changed it.
We tabled that one.
Yes.
You
And
go
then
on
the
the
next
one
one
with
Is
should be
Malcolm,
Malcolm.
but 144 or 145?
Because we put
Because we
Trent's in
did that
there.
other one in there with the homestead one in. You told me 15 minutes ago.
Well, that's what I'm telling you, Malcolm should be 44.
It is.
It is.
I thought you added that other one in just before we took a break there.
Yeah,
For the
new
cabin, for the
resolution,
trailer,
homestead.
whatever it was. The one that you
Yeah,
made
the
up a
trailer.
resolution for?
Yeah, the trailer and the homestead ones are added in.
No, but you added another one in.
But it's equaling 137, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. 43 is stable,
43 was tabled, yeah.
44 is in there.
Yeah, but we added that other homestead one in there on the trailers.
Yeah, we missed Malcolm's, that's why. Okay,
So what number are we using?
yes.
144, final
Use-
answer, right?
Actually, use 145 like you were going to, I'll just
Okay.
move this.
All right, or,
Yeah. No, that's perfect. I understand what you're doing, sorry about that.
or,
It's perfect.
so we're gonna have to change them all from now on forward then?
Yep.
I got one?
45, yeah, and
Okay.
then the next one will be adding the mobile trailer after Malcolm's,
Oh, okay.
okay?
Resolution 145, 2025, whereas council has received a drainage plan on behalf of Malcolm Murray, legal owner of Southeast 21416 WPM. Be it resolved that council approve proposed drainages plan to allow the outlet drainage water to flow into municipal road allowance, Road 91 West. Can I have a mover, please?
Homestead.
Dallas, seconder. Harold, discussion. We don't allow water to be drained into our municipal right of ways.
Yeah, I was wondering about the wording on this.
It would be a bad precedent to set
Yep.
on a counselor.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
If he was putting it into a drainage ditch before it gets to our ditch, different story.
Running a pipe all the way through, right? Or what?
But then you gotta make an agreement with the person on the other
Yeah.
side.
Did we see a map on this or drainage plan?
Yeah,
this is
but
only
just
topics.
adding up.
Just the way it's wrote there, in my mind, we can't be allowing this.
This is what I have. for
I thought he
now.
was going to an existing culvert, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a low level.
See,
Well, I thought he was going to an existing runway in his
Yeah.
own field and
then
dumping it in
goes-
there.
Yeah.
And then how it gets off of his land, but not an issue.
but it's not nothing to us then.
But it's dumping it, putting it into a municipal road allowance. No,
Yeah, that's
in
what
my,
the wording of it. Maybe
The
it's-
picture looks like it doesn't go all the way to, like the picture looks like it stops on his land, but the wording,
Outlet, gravity flow,
oh, sorry,
it doesn't say location though, on the outlet.
let's see if we can
read the lights.
M1 ditch on Road 91.
Look like it stops before the road allowance.
Well, it'd be right up to 99 feet.
I don't know if
a lot of these are happening now with the retention pond at the outlet area now too.
So this is just groundwater, you see, right? Like, or,
Tiling.
surface water? Or
Well,
is
no,
it's
it's
tiling?
Tiling.
Oh, okay.
I think as it's wrote there, we,
Yeah, the
in my
wording-
mind, we
yeah.
can't accept this because it's municipal right of way and we don't allow
It's
that.
against the precedent we already set, for sure.
And this is what it's asking, please ask for consent to allow the outlet's drainage water to flow into the municipal road allowance.
So this company sent this to us,
Yeah.
not Malcolm.
Not Malcolm, the company did.
Did he read it?
If they would have had it there, outlet into an existing drainage ditch on the owner's property,
Yeah, if the wording said what it looks like on the picture, the wording the way it is, we can't do that.
but we don't allow into our ditches, so
They've got to clarify that better.
Yeah.
I think so, yes, big time.
Like he must know that, like,
It's not allowed.
Tables?
I
Table.
think we're gonna have to table this one and get better clarification on it.
As far as I know, Stefan's okay with it, but.
Yeah, but it's the point of doing things, and
Mm-hmm.
at one time he was talking of taking his right over and tying it into
Yeah. That's what I.
Stefan's, but then he's gotta deal with our back road too then, so.
Yeah.
I think we've gotta table this and get some more information and more fairness to everybody, do we not?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sorry about that, Teresa?
It's okay, now the next one is the, you want to read us there for the mobile home.
Okay, which one do you want now?
146. It's up on the screen only. It's for the mobile home.
Okay, resolution 146, 2025, be it resolved that council approve to allow a 1984 mobile to move onto section 11113 WPM. Can I have a mover, please?
Okay.
Jaren, seconder, Robbie, any questions regarding that? All in favor? Opposed? Call that carried, thank you. Okay, we're on to resolution 147 now then. Resolution 147, 2025, be it resolved that bylaw 4, 2025, read 2025 financial plan be read a third time and hereby be passed and signed and sealed by the Reeve and CAO and become law. This would be a record, or can I have a mover, please? Dallas, seconder, Harold. And this is a recorded vote. Grayson, 4. Van Comer,
4.
Tolton,
4.
Jardine,
4.
Olmsted,
4.
Davidson,
For.
and Murray absent. I'll call that carried. Thank you very much, everybody. Resolution 148, 2025. Be it resolved, the council accept the resignation of Keith Loney as fire chief with regrets. Can I have a mover, please?
Grant.
Grant, seconder.
Rob?
Rob. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Call that carried, thank you. Resolution 149, 2025, be it resolved that council appoint the fire chief position to Clyde McCollum of the Carberry North Cypress-Langford Fire Department. Can I have a mover, please?
Grant.
Grant, seconder.
Davidson.
Jaren, any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. General business, resolution 150, 2025, whereas council received application from the Real Estate Services Board from the province of Manitoba, application reference 1760118, Westman ATV Association, license of occupation number 76077 for a derby to be held on September 27th, 2025. Be it resolved, the council approve the use of municipal ROW as proposed for the one-day ATV Derby on September 27th, 2025. Can I have a mover, please? Rob, seconder. Harold, any discussion on that? All-
Charge them
Just one day.
We did last time and they
Did last time,
were
yeah.
very responsible.
They're very,
Yeah.
they're very professional right
Yeah.
now.
Good. No, they've come a long way.
Yep.
Any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you very much.
At least you're taking responsibility and having some organization and that, so.
Yeah, they've done a good job. They have. Resolution 151, 2025, be it resolved that council approve payment of the discount of the Blue Cross funds back to employees for a total of $1,515.59. Can I have a mover, please?
Davidson.
Jaren, seconder. Grant. Any questions?
Each?
Good one. All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
If you don't ask, you don't know.
Resolution 152, 2025, be it resolved the council approve the transfer of $400,000 from the general reserve to cover operating expenses. Can I have a mover, please? Harold, seconder. Dallas. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. 153, 2025, be it resolved the council approve the purchase of a TD 2000 ridge mulcher at a cost of $42,265 to be taken from equipment reserve. Have a mover, please. Grant, seconder. Harold. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Is that to be used in place of those discs?
That's, I believe so, right?
Partly, yeah. Resolution 154, be it resolved the council approve the purchase of a 15-foot mower and flex arm at a cost of $86,135 to be taken from equipment reserve. Can I have a mover, please?
Rob.
Rob, seconder. Dallas. All in favor? Opposed?
Is that what we budgeted for?
Pretty much exactly.
Resolution 155, 2025, be it resolved that council approve the purchase of a, how do you say that, Casera? 3554 CI office printer copier at a cost of $8,132 plus GST. Can I have a mover, please? Rob, seconder. Harold. Any questions? So where you wanna go?
Yeah.
Good now. All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. Resolution 156, 2025, be it resolved that council approve the transfer of $1,749.93 for the PST on the snow blower from the equipment reserve. Have a mover, please.
Davidson.
Jaren, seconder.
Grant.
Grant. All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. Resolution 157, 2025, be it resolved that council accept the offer of $7,555 from P. Baker Backhoe at the Fairview Transfer Station to be removed by no later than October 31st, 2025.
Should you have,
We should have black dirt in there. or
I
something?
should.
you don't want them to take the whole transfer station.
There we go.
You got it in there?
Yeah.
Getting a little confused there.
Take it.
Okay, can I have a mover, please?
Rob.
Rob, seconder.
Davidson.
Jared, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. 158, 2025 resolution, be it resolved that council accept the offer of $2,500 from municipality of Elton for the John Deere Quick Attach. Can I have a mover, please? Dallas, seconder?
Grant.
Grant. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. Resolution 159, 2025, be it resolved that council write off utility account 550010 in the amount of $122.37 due to non-payment and change of ownership. Can I have a mover, please? Rob, seconder.
Davidson,
Aaron,
is there not a way we can collect that, like, when a property's sold, before a property's sold, they have to pay up their property taxes?
They,
Could the
so was it
utilities
just
not
rent?
go?
This is Fraser's old place, and
Okay.
they're just renting it. Yeah.
no, this one's different.
Oh, this
is
one's
a
different?
one, but
Like, is there no way we can recoup that?
it changed long ago.
Oh, yeah.
So
Too late.
Yes.
Okay.
But yes, normally now, actually the law offices will ask if there is a utility attached to it, and it shouldn't happen anymore,
Okay.
but
That's a step you take it
yes.
with them, okay? Thank you.
You got a mover and seconder for that?
Yep.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you.
This is the next one you're talking about.
Resolution 160, 2025, be it resolved that council write off interest in the amount of $190.27 from utility account 1800110. See note below. Have a mover, please.
Grant.
Seconder. Any questions on that? That's the one we're talking about.
Yes.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. Resolution 161, 2025, be it resolved that council write off outstanding amounts from PILT properties from the year 2021 in the amount of $18,086.73 due to the removal of a building. Can I have a mover, please? Harold, seconder. Dallas, discussion. What's this on, Teresa?
This is that same one where they remove the building.
This is
Chose not
another
to
one.
pay. Oh,
Yeah,
another
this
one.
is another one that they removed a building and chose, well, when they remove it, they don't have to pay. So you will never recover it. You'll never get that.
So, how do we go about fixing that then?
That's the province,
They just get told they're not paying because the
Yeah.
building's gone.
because they took the building off.
Yeah, last time it happened, we fought it forever and we were told in the end it was never gonna get repaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shady.
What we made up here in that 10,000 we just lost on
So what you
Yeah.
budget, you usually budget for that pill, so it was a shortfall
What's
because
still?
payment in lieu of taxes.
Oh,
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Resolution 162, 2025, be it resolved that council approve the office be closed May 27th and May 28th, 2025 for mandatory upgrades to computer programming. Can I have a mover, please?
Davidson.
Seconder?
Rob.
Rob, any questions? So is the staff gonna be here these days or not?
So the 27th, no one will be here. We can't be on the computers, so I have someone coming in to clean the carpets. And then the 28th is a full day of training, so this is Unisoft being upgraded, so it takes 2 days for them to get it done.
Okay. All right, any other questions, comments on that?
I hear you picking rocks off lawns.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you.
That has been completed.
Resolution 163, 2025, be it resolved that council approve the office be closed June 3rd, 2025 for mandatory first aid and CPR training. Can I have a mover, please?
Grant?
Seconder? Harold? Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you.
So that will be all public works as well that day.
Resolution 164, 2025, be it resolved that council approve the municipal office to be closed June 19th, 2025 for the June District Municipal Meeting in Brookdale to organize the event. Can I have a mover, please? Dallas, seconder, Rob?
Sure.
What time is that meeting on Thursday?
9:30?
9:30,
All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. Resolution 165, 2025, be it resolved that council approve the municipal office to be closed June 20th, 2025 for the annual staff appreciation golfing event. Can I have a mover, please?
It's the 13th.
Ooh,
Because yours is the 20th.
there we go, sorry.
13th.
No worries. I'm saying that myself. 13th,
Not the 20th.
not the 20th.
Okay, can I have a mover for that then, please?
Yes.
Dallas. Seconder. Rob. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. Okay, we're not reading all the whereases out on this one. Just you all read it last night. Resolution 166, 2025. Whereas in the province of Manitoba, reconnaissance soil surveys were completed between 1926 and 1996, and detailed soil surveys were completed between 1972 and 2022, classifying surface soils by their agricultural capability in accordance with the Canada Land Inventory. And whereas. Therefore, be it resolved that the AMM lobby the province of Manitoba to enforce current limitations published in the acts and regulations and remove the internal policy denying water control works licenses on class 6 and 7 soils. And further be it resolved that the province of Manitoba engage AMM to participate as stakeholders in the preparations of future internal policies within the drainage and water rights licensing branch to adequately evaluate the impact of these internal policies on growth and future development. Can I have a mover, please?
Rob?
Rob, seconder.
Homestead.
Dallas. Any questions? This is regarding that girl that was on last meeting, giving us a presentation.
Okay,
This is to
so-
lobby the AMM to go and
Look
into this for us.
I like that we lobby province on the regulations on the 6 and 7, but do we really think we're gonna have any luck engaging the Manitoba government to bring shareholders in to talk to them about what their plans are?
Like an ask.
It's,
But this is asking, you know,
Yeah.
that's, we gotta try,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I know where you're coming
100%. I
from.
just think they're gonna have any luck.
Any other questions, comments? We got a mover and seconder.
Let's say in Matthew 7:24. Therefore, listen to my words. Thou shalt not belt on.
All in favor? Opposed? All that carried. Thanks. Resolution 167, be it resolved that council approve the platinum sponsorship of $500 for the Beautiful Plains Community Foundation Annual Golf Tournament to be held June 20th, 2025. Could I have a mover, please? Rob, second Jaron. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you. Resolution 168, 2025. Be it resolved that council approve 4 people to attend the 33rd annual municipal best ball foursome on Thursday, July 17th, 2025 at the Deloraine Golf and Country Club at a cost of $400. Have a mover, please. Della, seconder. Harold. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Nothing added to the agenda? Communications, everybody check these things over?
How did the TTS results line up with our quantities that were crushed?
I have not looked at that yet.
When you get time, could you just double check and just
Matt
make
and I
sure?
actually meet up and discuss that because we have to for the auditors.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's,
Okay, so
yeah, you gotta make sure that we're getting what we're paying for,
For sure.
for your
Yep.
auditors.
Yep.
like,
Yep.
100%.
When are the building non-compliance letters being sent out?
I thought maybe they had been already, but she said they haven't and they've been too busy, so it must be soon.
That was for, when they went for a
Yeah.
drive, they saw those buildings that there's no permits for.
Okay.
So he wrote up a letter, and I too assumed that they were,
So they're giving them a chance to come into compliance?
so I see there's 2 sheds now, not 1.
That didn't take long. And what about the Brookdale Lagoon? Is it never,
I asked her if there's any update and,
no, the Brookdale
oh,
Lagoon, our lagoon.
Brookdale Lagoon, for our status, I still don't have anything back yet from them.
No.
They're working on it. It normally takes a little bit longer, but they put us higher on priority because I said we have a new utility supervisor that I'd really like to get trained on it.
What was it classified as when
It wasn't.
how come? That's up to the province, it's registered, is it not?
did you not find a permit number?
I found the permit,
Yeah,
but not the classification.
see, we had our, that's up to the province, I believe, is it not?
I've gotten mixed responses. Someone said should have been the person that actually did the lagoon.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but the province says they are working on it because we have to get someone trained. Currently, we had Grady in effect until 2025. But with having Tim here, he's eager to learn.
Yeah. So we should get it certified, we just need to know the level,
what
right?
needs to happen.
Yes, so he can't take any training on it until they give the classification.
What if we train for the higher one
Yeah,
and just
train for max,
can
then
do
we know.
both, or?
Well, we know that he can train for the small systems, but they won't allow it until we have a
Okay.
classification on the lagoon.
Okay.
And that training has already started and ended, so
Yeah.
he's missed the mark on it. There'll be another one in the winter, which is unfortunate, but
Hopefully we can get it designated by then.
yes, they're working on it.
Any other questions on communications? Anybody have anything? Around the table. You go first, or let everybody else go? Robbie?
Just so y'all know, the mayor went out to talk to, Gabriel Welding about the windmill at the cemetery.
Okay.
And it's up.
Okay.
It went up, I think Saturday, or I'm not sure, I got a picture from Grady and the mayor. So it's up.
Good.
So that's a big,
Nice.
big relief. And it's, we went and looked at it last night and it wasn't very windy, but it spins too. So it's a working
Nice.
windmill top. And just being a couple questions why when the gravel roads are so still washboardy and everything else, why our graders are doing back roads down the trail, Turkey Trail. Concerns about that, so. That's it for now.
Thanks, Rob. Harold?
Well, I don't know, sort of stole my thunder when I get pounding on the door at about 6 in the evening. Well, you come pull me out of the ditch. You get grading and get one road at my section is horrible. It's just, yeah, that's all that's happened in mine basically. It's that fella hitting the ditch off the
Washboard.
washboards. That's mainly 90% of the complaints I'm getting is washboards.
All got them. Yeah. Anything else, Harold?
No, that's it.
Brad?
Basically, just a few beaver calls is all I got. It's never ending battle with beavers in my ward. I filled in for Dallas at the clinic, and basically there's that's a very good organization.
I thought you did daycare?
Daycare,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. And other than a few signs got replaced, and the roads are under the conditions of heavy traffic and well worn.
Thanks, Brad. Jared?
I would like to request we start a bylaw for a stop sign. I believe that's what we need to do when there wasn't one in place before. On intersection of Road 75 North and Road 90 West. There's a number of residents who brought forward concerns and had near misses with traffic. There also needs to be some brushing done towards the east of the corner for sight lines, which is just like Willows. It shouldn't be a problem to do the brushing to start with. Needs to be done. And then I think we should look into a stop sign there. It's a busy intersection. There's lots of trucks coming and not stopping or taking the time to see who's coming from the west.
So we do the stop sign east and west or north?
One of
Because
the
it's only one way.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
it's
I
not
know.
a through intersection.
It's not, but people need to stop because they're not slowing down enough to turn even. So it's been brought forward as a safety hazard, that they say they want it to be known that it's a dangerous corner. And that if something happens and we've been made aware of it, that there could be consequences.
So that brush that has to be cleaned, can our mower do it, that brush
Yeah, I
mower?
would think a lot of it could be done with the mower.
Well, that's happy then,
We
that's.
might have to, I don't know, move a bit of good poppers, I don't know if a backhoe or a bigger.
I talked to Matt about it, he
Yeah.
figured if we hired Pat.
Yeah, Pat could do it, no problem. Take a couple hours.
Okay.
But I would like to start that, so I don't know, next meeting, whether we can have a reading on it or what the steps are we need to take.
Do you put a stop sign or a yield sign? You're only gonna slow down for a stop sign anyway, so
Well,
it's
yeah.
still.
You could put both, right? You take your worst corner and put your stop sign and put yields on the other two.
Yeah.
I mean, and
But it's
then,
the same with everything, you can put all the signs out you want.
100%.
Well, I know.
Well,
this
for
is like-
liability's
it's-
sake, though,
The
isn't it?
request has been made and they feel
Yeah.
that it might have some like impact. Different people have raised the concern
Yeah.
and said it might, make people think because
Right.
now you're just going and you go. You
Yeah.
see a red sign and you're, whoa, you're stopped.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
And if there is an accident from like going forward, there is like a definite first at fault then, right?
Yeah.
Right, when it comes to that,
It's
yeah.
gonna be something full, it's not a liability.
But where do you start to stop? What do we got at the water well? Have we got stop signs or anything there?
Nope, there's good sight lines there. Although somebody did get in an accident there once.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay,
it's been
no,
brought
let's
forward, it's a
look into
concern,
it.
we had that in the Ward 6 there, and it was the same thing. And we put in a stop sign, all we did was put in one stop sign, and that seemed to address some safety concerns, and I think if our residents have safety concerns, we should take that seriously, because if somebody gets killed, and we've been made aware of it, that this was a problem, and then somebody gets killed afterwards, who's that on? Right? Is it not on council?
No, the driver is in charge of
Yeah,
his
but
vehicle.
it's a safety thing, and we're the road authority in this municipality, so
I'd say it's negligent if you know about it and don't follow up.
it's a possibility.
Absolutely.
The way people get lawyers for everything these days, a traffic accident would be immediate, so.
Anything else, Aaron?
No, that's it.
Good, thank you. Dallas?
Just want to pass on a thank you to Keith Loney for his many years of service for fire chief. And thank you to our seasonal staff, for repairs and attention to the gravel and the ruts, on the ditches and Wellwood and Edrins, following up to a fair few conversations I had with some ratepayers. So the guys got out there and made some good work of that, so thanks for that. Carberry Minor Ball wants to pass on a thank you to the Joint Parks and Rec staff in Cali. The ballpark is in great shape, and they've put the gravel on the road going in and out, and everything is doing wonderful there. I have noticed that in Wellwood, the fence around the dumpsters needs a few more boards. Maybe about 5.
It's fixed.
Nice, thank you. Very good job. And then Edrins, congrats to the community club volunteers for completing the shade structure in their green space. And a thank you to Robert Smith, who personally tidied up the garbage area. That is
Good.
That's good.
Thank you. I don't have much either, other than I know the guys are out working hard and there's washboard, it's dry. They're doing the best they can at the time, and other than that, the guys were out and cleaned up Wellwood, Edrins, and Brookdale, were they not, Teresa?
Yeah.
Sounds like they did a good job, so thank you very much to them for that work. And they moved the building from the waste disposal here the other day up to Naples, they did, so.
Staff's very happy about having the sight line to like the metal bed now.
But I see those guards down the side, like, how many people would have drove off of that scale without those?
One.
They're all black.
She.
Right?
Yeah.
One almost did immediately.
No, the next day,
Yeah.
she did.
Yeah.
She had to get towed off.
Teresa?
So, a few things for council. Jim Beaumont's wanting to haul 10,000 yards of gravel from Crook's yard to his place to save on hauling fees, which is within a mile of his house, the old pit on his land. Are there any concerns? Should I do up a road
Yes.
stating that road
Yep.
gets brought back?
100%.
Yep.
Okay. Taylor McCaffrey Law is reviewing the NCC draft with conservation at this time, and wants to have it, they wanted to have it completed Monday. I haven't looked, it may be in there, but Taylor McCaffrey is also reviewing the subdivision of the lot in Oberon, and will be sending out a land transfer agreement to see if the municipality can come to an agreement with the current property owner to subdivide as was supposed to be done in the past. Resolve seems to be on the horizon. So Hildebrand and Krasanik concerns were brought forward about the conservation corridor. I spoke with conservation and they've stated that the municipality is responsible for the care of the corridor by bylaw. Bylaw 1987 for the RM of North Cypress was all I could find. It does not state recourse for damaging the conservation corridor. An additional bylaw could be started to repeal bylaw 1987 from here going forwards, or if council so wishes, they can remove the conservation corridor designation. Totally up to you guys to decide that, but it was brought to my attention. Preparation for the June district meeting is well on its way. June 19th in Brookdale, sponsorships are coming in, the colony's going to do the lunch, everything's going well.
Who's singing?
We don't know yet, the colony was to respond. They asked me to hold off. If they're not, then I'm reaching out to the school.
It'd be nice to get the kids over there from the school.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Even if the colony does, could they go with them? It'd be
can't
nice
see
to-
why not.
It'd be nice to have the kids there
Yeah.
if we could.
Request came in about signage for Lake Irwin to help stop aquatic invasive species. I have contacted the province for assistance with this because they've started a new funding. Residents are concerned, they want us looking after the water and how council's going to look after it in the future is very important.
Did you talk to Prairie Lakes, because they've got a big push on down there, like everybody's gotta get they're sticker and certified and everything for boats that are
Yes.
going in that facility?
So
If
that's,
you could get their guidelines, what they're using?
we actually just had a presentation the other day about this. Council can get funding to get someone out there. They're suggesting using green team members, but the closest place we have for cleaning a boat is at Minnedosa.
Okay, well,
You know, and to get those stickers, they're going to have to go to Minnedosa.
and so be it, I guess, like if
Mhm.
we wanna protect our
For the
lake.
inspection station, like there.
Yeah, the inspection, and they randomly place it to catch as many people as they can, you know, certain catchment areas get more, so.
That should be more on lakes and oceans and fisheries.
Yeah, so
That's really not, that's something that we have no knowledge of or how
Or
to
expertise
do it.
on, you know, yeah.
Well, they're offering training, free training for it.
To the municipality.
Yes. They're offering training on it. Municipalities are starting to implement it. Looking after the waters.
So there's funding to cover
There
as
is
students,
funding, green
probably like
team,
half.
green team, you get
Green
funded,
team.
right? But then you have to.
Is that who you want inspecting the boats, is a green team?
A lot of the times it is.
Is it?
Actually,
Okay.
it's younger students that are out there,
But
monitoring.
checklist they have to look at.
Yeah. But I am looking into
Look
it, just so
into it
you
then?
know, and then we'll see where we go from there. And that's all I have. I'm excited to see the building made it to Neequa. And we can get that up and going. The guys are working hard. Seasonal staff is back, Shelley's back with weeds.
Truck.
Tim's been going hard. It's been a great relief. There's been a few breaks that they've fixed that.
Is there a wand that he has to look for leaks or something? Or how does that work?
No, they just wait.
What is
and
that
see.
thing that I see him in the ditches?
Metal detector.
Oh, it's so he's looking for
You're looking for curb
Curb
stops and
stops.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had a couple of people ask, "What's he doing?" It's right here.
Yeah, he'll
Works
be,
good.
yeah, he'll be very busy. We had proposed to buy one of them,
Yeah.
but because we hired him and he has one,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
kind of
good.
convenient.
Yeah. Very good.
So yeah, he's pretty busy. Yeah, that's all
What
I
else,
got.
is that it? Okay, resolution 170-2025, be it resolved that council as a committee of the whole move into in-camera to discuss preliminary matters. Can I have a mover, please?
Yeah.
Seconder,
Oh, sorry.
Robbie. All in favor? Opposed? Carried, thank you.